Hi there, everyone. I was compelled to make this video. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, why is she so explosive about her feelings in reference to illegal aliens? Well, I'm going to tell you. So, backdrop story here. On my mother's side of the family, my great-grandmother, or grandparents, I should say, came in from Mexico, but this was due to that they were burning down their prensa, which is a newspaper. They burned it down twice. So when I say they, I'm talking about the Mexican government. They burned them out twice. So if you're leaving with your life in peril, of course you're going to leave that country as soon as possible. But obviously, if they stayed the first time around, they were not wanting to leave. They were forced to leave due to the security of their life. Now, the reason they were burned out by the government of Mexico was because of the fact that they were on the side of the people, and they were on the side of the Mexican Revolution for the people, for their rights, etc. That's why I feel like this is not my fight. You guys are here illegally, then that's your problem. My family went about naturalizing themselves and becoming American citizens, embracing their country, not like Ilhan Omar, who later does nothing but smack talk about America and how America isn't that great, etc. Well, go home, lady, is what I have to say to her. If you want to be in this country, you need to abide by our laws. You already have a strike about you because you literally just came in illegally. I'm going to point something out too for those that are, si se puede, like Joe Biden. Please learn how to pronounce Spanish words if you're going to use them. I'm sorry. Just please do. Si se puede and all of this. Do you know that Cesar Chavez, was the first person to coin the term wetback? Yeah, he called his own people wetbacks. Okay? That's because he had so much pride in the fact that he had papers to come and work in the fields in America. Did I say that? Yeah. I'm going to say it again because y'all need to hear this loud and proud. Cesar Chavez coined the term wetbacks because they would come through the river. They'd come through the Rio Grande illegally, and their backs were wet. Why? Because they swam here. So he's the one that coined the term wetbacks. Okay? So he even had this type of prejudice against his own. So then if they have prejudice against their own and can discriminate between people who come here legally and people that don't have papers to come here legally, then why should we be any different in discriminating against these people that break our laws? Now, that means I'm fourth generation American. And I did say American. I'm American first, Latin secondarily. I am very proud of my heritage. I'm very proud of the fact that my family on my mother's side came in through Mexico. However, I don't embrace that side because of the fact that I don't feel an affinity towards it. Whereas on my father's side of the family, I am Spanish American or Latin American. It doesn't matter. Whatever way you want to call it. He was born in Spain, but he also was naturalized, and he went to school here in America. He was 3 months old when they brought him here from Madrid, Spain. So do you understand? And he also fought for his country. I was in the military. So I'm very much, my blood runs red, white, and blue. And if people don't like it, then you can just go F yourself. I really don't give a flying F. But here's the point too. Why I don't appreciate people coming here illegally, because they're not working with paperwork that's legal. They're purchasing your social security numbers and your birth certificates or your IDs, whatever it is that people steal from you. Be careful with your mail. I've had fraud 2 times from illegal aliens. I went to the IRS and they did not help me. Instead, they told me for the rest of my work experience, I will have to put a code at the end of my social security number to prove that I am who I say I am and can therefore file a tax return. That is the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. And When they stepped away from their desk, I literally saw the address, which they promptly told me, you better forget that you ever saw that. You better not go there. Instead of arresting these people, they did not. You want to know why? Because they really didn't care. Obama's people did not care who or what happened to you, even though it was a crime to use somebody's social security number. Instead, they forced me to use a code, which if I get it or I don't get it, I don't get to file my taxes. So, no, don't come at me sideways and think that I'm on your side because I'm Latin, I'm supposed to be on your side. No, I reserve the right to defend and protect myself and others who came here legally. And if they want to go on the side of illegal aliens, well, that's their bad. But as for me, hell no. I am an American. Oh, by the way, DOJ and FBI, you need to get that facial recognition on that bitch. I did say that. On that stupid bitch that was holding up 2 different flags and spat on our flag as it was being burnt. You need to go and get her. It needs to be reinstated if it's been taken away, that burning the American flag is a crime, because I know at one time it was a crime. This is bullshit, people. And Gavin Newsom, no. You don't embrace diversity by allowing illegal aliens to come in. You embrace diversity by welcoming one and all when they're here the right way. They're here on a visa. They're here on a work visa. They're here on anything at all that is legal and binding is different. But when you come here and you tell me that you want a chance at the American dream, well, guess what, motherfuckers? So do we. Get in line. So don't come at us like that. And we've got people here in America that are suffering right now because they don't have the means to get by because of Biden's asinine rulings, the way that he administered our country before, along with the other Democrats. And y'all know how I feel about them. So no, don't come at me like that. Don't come at me thinking I'm supposed to be on their side. And another thing, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. White people need to stop. Liberal white people need to just stop. And our brothers and sisters that are black folks, no, you don't need to come to our rescue either. This is between the legal Latin community here in the United States and the illegal community. Because see, what they're doing is they're putting a mar on us. They're making us look like low-class individuals. And I promise you, we were not raised that way. We were raised prim and proper. Nosotros tenemos atenciones porque nos enseñaron bien. Ustedes se van mucho a la chingada. Just like that man said on one of the videos, he said to the ICE officers, go and fuck your mother, you dirty dogs. He said it in Spanish. That's what I have to say to them. You are dirty. You're like the riffraff, like the white trailer trash type of people. Yeah, that's what you are. You know the N-word that is used? Yeah, that's what you are. You need to go back to your countries. And let me tell you, for those that think that, it couldn't happen, that illegal aliens come here and commit crimes, these little teenagers. Really? What about the 24-year-old that was posing in high school? He put himself into high school. He was a 24-year-old. Yeah, look it up on YouTube. Who already had a child with this lady. And the lady ousted him and said he's not a 16-year-old. He's a 24-year-old. And he's married to me and this is our child. These are the shenanigans you put up with. And I've also worked in the camps for our youth, the youth that are coming in unaccompanied. And a lot of them would say that they were underage and they were not. And they wouldn't find out. The brown shirts would not find out until 3 months later. And then they'd have to have them detained and shipped back because they were here with gang member affiliations and had already committed crimes like murder. Murder! Okay? So no, don't come at me like that. You better recognize that there's a difference between somebody who's here illegally and someone who's been a citizen, is a citizen, or became a citizen and did it the right way. The rest, it doesn't matter because they're insignificant to me. You cannot get in line to do things the right way. You are no part of me. Fuck you.